Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 4, 2022. The day begins with a focus on the simple things. Even so, a Mercury-Saturn opposition comes into influence as the day advances, and it can temporarily keep you feeling tied down. Ideally, financial or emotional blocks or challenges help you discover essential needs or information about yourself and your relationships. Taking little steps towards realizing a dream can be more satisfying now, even if you must get past an obstacle before moving forward. For now, you may feel it's challenging to establish a comfortable dialogue or deeper connection. A temporarily closed mind or fear can lead to defensiveness in the people close to you, and this is not the kind of atmosphere conducive to healthy or genuinely productive conversations. There can be a problem arising that needs fixing, but aim to stick it out, take care of problem areas and free your mind. Disappointment could be written in the stars both today and tomorrow. This is because mental Mercury, who has been on a racetrack in the sky, continues to spin out and crash into walls. He's been energizing your solar second house of finances, and today he will wage war with icy Saturn spinning in your solar eighth house of intimacy and shared assets. This means that you and a partner could receive some very damaging and bad news around money matters and perhaps even get caught in a fight between you. Don't sign agreements, and don't let the storms crash down upon you. How can you get yourself out of a slump? The moon is void of course until the afternoon, suggesting that you might struggle to work through the sleepy lunar slumber. But taking it easy can be a fantastic way to end your workweek as you transition into the weekend. Your energy may pick up later on when the moon enters earthy Virgo. Critical Luna is paying close attention to your conversations about work or even with coworkers. You might even feel more specific when replying to colleagues as well. This could be a day for some unusual news. Maybe there are changes that are happening in your career life. You could be hoping to get a new job or a better salary. You could receive word about this happening today. Or you could find out an interesting personal piece of gossip. You might have a friend or a romantic partner who suddenly reveals a new side of their personality. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration, be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. Try to chill and let the situation go on its own for a while, even if you're driving yourself crazy over your roommate's unpaid share of the bills or obsessing over the difference between your income and where you want to be. Whatever you try to achieve is criticized and unlikely to be accepted in a very favorable way, especially if you feel undue pressure to perform any kind of activity. It is far better to delay important activities or decisions until you feel positive about the outcome. Use your sense of humor to relieve any tension. You might find it challenging to connect with people in positive ways today. There is a fair amount of nervous, moody energy floating about, and you don't want to be the victim of target practice from a grumpy personality. Your efforts to create peace might go unappreciated, and your attempts at humor might fall flat. Don't take on the obligation of psychologist. Try to focus on your own responsibilities and let things calm down. The vibrations of the day are going to tend to destabilize you. You are going to have to go with the flow even if the going is a little rough. However, you should think about your behavior with your family and friends. Try not to beat them over the head with your certitude. Take time to listen and weigh the pros and cons of a situation and stop acting on impulse. There may be a slowdown in your professional life. At the same time that Mars is part of a rare triple alignment in your relationship sector, that it happens right on the lunar nodes is also making what you want from your relationships and what they need from you more transparent. As Mars moves into his final 18 days in your relationship sector, this is giving the warrior planet of the cosmos a better sense of what you are fighting for while also allowing you to start from a place of truth. Meanwhile, the stars continue to align on the job and career fronts just as Venus works to make her last full week in an adventurous part of your chart count. By tomorrow, Mars will no longer be aligned with Uranus and the North Node in your relationship sector, something that is giving you a sense of authenticity and a realistic starting point. Mars will continue to fight for what you want and need from your relationships, but it helps to start from a place of truth. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Pisces connects with Uranus this morning, then shares a minor aspect with Pluto and the North Node of Destiny. This means that today could be extremely interesting as truths are revealed, most of which we didn't see coming. Thanks to the presence of Uranus, we should try to expect the unexpected. You might overhear people talking about a situation that involves you, allowing you to know the gossip about you that's going on behind your back. This could cause some conflict in your social relationships. However, it can help you know who you can trust and who has your back before you let them know your deep, dark secrets. Someone you think of as a friend could do something that affects your relationship. The one thing that's important to know is that you are in charge of your own destiny. If something isn't right for you, you will see today that it wasn't worth pursuing. This doesn't just concern situations but also perhaps relationships and friendships into which you've invested your energy and heart. In the morning, Mercury in Pisces forms a sextile to Uranus in Taurus, prompting exciting revelations. Information is disclosed, inspiration tapped, and surprise sentiments voiced. A willingness to speak from the soul inspires others to share feelings that they have previously held back. Staying receptive to what is imparted is key. Our beliefs may need to shift to accommodate what we are learning. This is an ideal influence to network and make new friends. We have a greater than usual ability to understand foreign ideas without taking differences of opinions personally. Following this, the Virgo moon opposes Jupiter in Pisces, suggesting that, while we should avail ourselves of new information, practicing discernment is key. Changing our minds when presented with fresh evidence provokes a powerful evolution within our own consciousness, helping us to grow as human beings. However, just because we are hearing interesting news doesn't necessarily mean we should pass it on. The risk during the Moon-Jupiter opposition is that we offhandedly feed the rumor mill. Gossip will have unintended consequences, especially if we haven't vetted our sources. Exercise self-control and resist the urge to publicly divulge what has been discovered. The next cosmic square of the day occurs between Mercury in Taurus and Saturn in Aquarius. This could make us feel at a loss for words as we rebel against the norms and conventions of society, or feel that we lack the motivation to even join the cause. Mercury in Taurus is stubborn in its thinking, while Saturn in Aquarius wants to protest against the status quo. When these planets in these signs clash, it can lead to disputes and arguments. None of these planets or signs like being told what to do. Unfortunately, it could lead to you feeling as though the world is against you.